Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today, boy, is it bittersweet. We've got Steve Theisen, Wisconsin DOT. Steve, welcome back to the show. Long time no see.
Yes, thank you, Jeremy. It has been a while, and it's certainly different not talking about Verona Road this time.
It certainly is, but we're talking about a very interesting project that you've been working on now for quite a while, and it's the flex lane on the Beltline or Highway 12. Tell us what is this project about?
So the Flex Lane project is the first of its kind in Wisconsin. There's 17 other states that have adopted this concept. It's called part-time shoulder use. So what we're doing on the Beltline between the Interstate and Whitney Way is improving the median shoulder for use as a part-time travel lane. So peak travel times, morning and afternoon rush hours, any special events, anything else, we can have that additional lane open. So it'll be 4 lanes each way during those peak times, just to improve the reoccurring congestion that we're seeing, address the backups again during those rush hour times, and have more capacity to get traffic through that area. So the Flex Lane project, again, the first of its kind in Wisconsin. Construction's going on now until December, and then we'll open up that new lane either late this year or early in 2022.
Yeah, it's quite the project. Tell us what's going on out there right now for what's being removed. It's pretty fascinating to watch.
Right. So the drivers traveling on that section, again, Whitney Way out to the interstate, there's lane shifts as well as narrowed lanes throughout the work zones. Crews have put temporary barrier wall along the median, and so they can remove the old barrier wall and the concrete through that area so they can improve the drainage through there. That's certainly another part of our project that we want to make sure we get done correctly when we're doing this, is improving the drainage throughout the 10-mile section of interstate, or excuse me, the Beltline, and then also working on the barrier wall so it has the message boards that'll be shown over the travel lanes with a green arrow when the flex lane is open or a red X when the flex lane is closed. And so that work is going on now, working near some of the bridge piers. You see the concrete being poured in those areas. And then once that work is complete, they'll be able to work on the final pavement resurfacing throughout that section. Again, interstate out to Whitney Way to have a new travel surface and the new pavement markings for that additional lane. The lane will be marked by a yellow solid line, and then having the 3 general purpose lanes, what we see right now on the Beltline, but again, only opening that flex lane during the morning and afternoon rush hours or for special events or incidents.
I was just going to ask you, what's the markings on the lane going to look like? Are they going to solidly paint them like green, like a green surface, or is it just that yellow line, and then you'll look for the signs for the green arrows?
Right. So there'll be that solid yellow line delineating the flex lane, and then there'll be the overhead sign. So it'll be a green arrow, downward arrow when the lane is open, a yellow X when traffic should merge back into the adjacent lane, and then a red X when that lane is closed. You'll see similar operations in other states. The closest examples are down towards Chicago as you go to O'Hare. There's the overhead signs marking those lanes, as well as up near the Twin Cities. And then our project, we've worked really closely with the Michigan DOT when they opened up their flex route. They called theirs on US 23 near Ann Arbor, and working on that project. And so a lot of great Midwest examples that can, again, alleviate that reoccurring congestion we see during the morning and afternoon rush hours, but noting that this is an interim measure as we look toward those long-term solutions, that this is not a be-all fix. This is just something that we are looking to alleviate some of that congestion now as we look toward those long-term solutions going down the road.
Certainly, a lot of people did ask questions, kind of figuring out how can this improve these things. When those lanes are open and more traffic is going through, does DOT anticipate difficulties getting people off the on-ramps, off-ramps as they move through? How does that kind of work out during the high periods of traffic? Will we still see traffic jams, those sort of things?
Right. So during the prior to the construction project, we had 120,000 vehicles on the Beltline every day. And most of the ramps between Whitney Way and the interstate have ramp meters to sort of control and handle the traffic merging onto the Beltline. And so that'll continue once this project is complete. And certainly there will be a lot of cars. You're still going to have some of your rear end collisions out there. And that's why we are doing our part in building this, improving the Beltline, improving that efficiency. And now we need to ask the drivers to do their part. And really it boils down to making sure that they keep their head up and speeds down on the Beltline. The Beltline speeds are 55 miles an hour. They'll remain 55 miles an hour for the foreseeable future. And drivers just need to make sure they slow down and be alert when driving through, because there could be a sudden stop or brake lights ahead for an incident or anything else. And we want to make sure that everyone is working in this together. Every driver makes a difference to keep everyone safe on the roadways.
Switching gears back to the construction itself, a lot of ramp work happening as well. Tell us why. Why are they doing ramp work? Well, I have a good feeling I know why, but break it down on that ramp work that's happening with this.
Yeah, so at Todd Drive for the last month or so, we've had those various ramps closed, the eastbound on ramp from Todd Drive, as well as the westbound Beltline ramp to Todd Drive. Those ramps have been closed. Crews have been paving new concrete for those ramps, as well as just improving those connections on the frontage roads by Todd Drive and then connecting to the Beltline. So making those changes and then improving and adding a barrier wall essentially from Todd Drive to Fish Hatchery Road on the eastbound side, and having that barrier wall just separating again the frontage road there compared to Beltline traffic. And then we also had the eastbound Beltline to southbound Fish Hatchery Road closure. And that again was putting new concrete down, improving that as well, and having a little bit more base there to work with.
Fantastic. For finishing out this project, your timeline on that, and then are we going to do like some? We're going to have to do some big education here on getting in and out of the lanes for sure. But tell us how that wraps up and we start that process.
Yeah, so the Flex Lane project will wrap up here in December, and then we'll either open it late this year or early in 2022. And so there will be a lot of education and awareness about this project. And first, drivers can just search on YouTube for Flex Lane Madison Beltline and watch the operations video. It's about a 3-minute video that explains and sort of shows how this lane is going to operate, again with the green downward arrow, the yellow X and the red X. But that 3-minute video provides a good snapshot of what we can expect for Beltline commuters and certainly through traffic and everyone else using that lane. So a few more months to go, but we're looking forward to completing the project and having that improved efficiency along the Beltline.
Steve, I forgot to ask you about the lane closures and stuff in the time of construction. Seems like most of this has been happening at night, but overall, do we should expect nightly lane closures or different closures as we do finish out this project?
Yes, so we will have nightly lane closures, typically between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. There are some ramp closures and lane closures that start a little early, usually around 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. And that's just to allow the traffic, when the traffic volumes are down, allows the construction crews to get in there safely and complete the necessary work. And so that'll continue for the duration of the project. Again, 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. and then various ramp closures as well. We will have the eastbound Beltline ramp to northbound Fish Hatchery Road closed starting Monday, April 26th for about 1 week until May 3rd. But then at that time, the eastbound ramp closures for southbound Fish Hatchery Road, as well as the ones at Todd Drive, will reopen on Monday night, April 26th.
Perfect. Well, Steve, it's such an honor to have you back on the show and breaking this all down for us. Anything else to add to this Flex Lane project?
Just, of course, the reminder for drivers to do their part in work zones, to be alert, eliminate distraction, and keep their speeds down. For those interested in learning more about the Flex Lane, they can go to wisconsindot.gov/flexlane, or again, search on YouTube for Flex Lane Madison Beltline and watch the 3-minute operations video.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this project when it's finished, and excited to try out the lane when it's open. So, Steve, nice talking with you. Stay safe out there. And as this project gets closer to wrapping up, we'll get you back on here and talk about how to use the lane and all of those fun things moving forward.
Very good. Thank you, Jeremy.
You bet. Steve Theisen, Wisconsin DOT. Appreciate his time always. He's a busy guy. He's got a lot of projects going on, so we love having him here. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.